All right, this is ITS128. Today is September 4th, 2019. It is the second week of class, and this is I think it's my third video. I'm not sure. Let's look at the, let me share my screen here. Share this screen. And I'm going to put this down here. And let me close this. Let's look at Lima here, and let's see, the syllabus is here. And if we go down to week 2, 3, September 2nd, yeah, okay, today's the 4th, okay, great. Let's go back here, and so we are lessons week 2. I haven't been keeping this up to date, I don't think, but all right, today I'm gonna, there's some quizzes. Oh, okay, so, okay, so we're doing chapter 2. And this video I'm making right now is gonna go right here. Let me see what we have for videos. If you go to resources and you click on this class videos, you can see, okay, so this is video number 3. All right, so so I'm going to go ahead and open up Pearson Revel. So there's a link here for it. Click on that. And let me log in. And let me okay, let me go to this one. I think actually I'm going to go to the other one. This one. I just have 2 versions. The one on the left, I've done all the exercises, and this one here I haven't done any of the exercises, so it makes it easier for me to show you. All right, so we're doing week 2 here, and it's probably good if we go through, just start paging through. Let's go through all these pages. I'll point out the important things. First of all, let me just check something. Are there any slides? No, they're all videos, images. No. All right. So let's just start with chapter 1, or I mean the first page of chapter 2. And this is what we're going to learn how to do. We'll learn how to write programs. We're going to learn about the input function, the Python input function, and be able to convert strings, because when you input from the keyboard, you're typing characters, and how to convert those to integers or to floating point numbers. We're going to start doing variables, using variables and functions. Functions. Assigning. There's a assignment statement called a simultaneous assignment, which is available in Python, but I know of no other language that has this assignment statement feature. How to name constants, learn about the operators. They're a little bit different than other languages. And the division and the remainder, this is the integer division, this is the remainder operation, and this is the floating point division operation. How to evaluate numeric expressions, including operator precedence, and I'll save some of this for next time. So let's go to the next page. In chapter 1, we learned how to run very basic Python programs, and now we're going to learn how to write better programs using variables, operators, input and output. Okay. We're going to learn, okay, so an algorithm is like the recipe for how a program is going to work. And so it's a description specific enough where a programmer can just look at that description and write a program from it. And there's a we often describe algorithms in what we call a pseudocode, which is a language, but it's a language that's very close to programming code. And if you can write the pseudocode, then a programmer who's experienced in that particular language can write a program easily. So programmers know a specific language and can translate pseudocode into the actual language so that the program will work. The algorithm designers, the pseudocode part, you often write your programs first in pseudocode. Anyway, so for example, let's say you have a program to figure out the radius of a circle. First you're going to get the radius from the user, then you're going to compute it, and it's going to be this formula. We're going to take the radius, multiply it by itself, and then multiply it by pi, and that's the area, and then we're just going to display that out. Okay, so this is an algorithm. This is written in a pseudocode. So, and we see there's a concept of a variable here. So, we're going to put the number into this variable called radius, and we're going to calculate this number called, we're going to calculate the area. We're going to compute something. We're going to store it in this variable called area. And this is a constant, 3.14159. All right, so here's an example of a Python program to do that. So we define a radius, we compute a radius, we define this variable called area, compute the radius. This is a constant pi, 3.14159, and display out the results. So, here we're supposed to do this exercise. It's simple. Run. Anyway, yeah. So, 1256. 1256. All right, so that's, and then so you should go through the self-check yourself. I did it. And take these quizzes. These are just so you understand what's going on, but they aren't really counted in your grade. Let's find. Okay, this is a. Here we're learning about this input statement. Simply this. So you have a variable, and so whatever the person types in at the keyboard. Okay, first this is displayed out. Whatever the person types at the keyboard is going to get stored in there. So this here reads, it displays this out on the display, and then this accepts, this grabs what's in what the user types in. This converts it to a floating point number and stores the value into this radius variable. So here we go, float, input, enter the radius. Okay. And if we run this, it says, oh, I see what this does. Types this out, enter the radius dude, and then this is what is typed in, and this displays out the answer. So here's a little program that computes the average of three numbers. 12, 15, oops. Oh, well, anyway, okay, 12. Oh, never mind. I don't know. So anyway, you can fiddle with it. So these exercises help you learn. If you need to continue a statement onto the next line, this is how you do it. Use backslash. All right, let's keep moving here. Defines an identifier. It's case sensitive, so these are all different.
Do you get a flu shot?
Huh?
Did you get a flu shot?
Nope.
Free.
Okay. Oh, free.
Yeah, right now. Go to about 132 across 127.
Okay. Maybe I'll go over there.
Only I don't know too many people there.
Okay.
I only went in there for like about less than 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. After I'm done here. Thanks. Okay. So let's go to a quiz. Oh, we should watch the video note. It talks about assignment statements. And variables. Okay, here's a quiz. Let's do this quiz. Question 1. Assign 7 to a variable named 7. It says equals 7. So you should be able to do these quizzes. They're just very easy. Define a variable precise and make it refer to this number. So you just precise equals this. Just like that. What's next? Define two variables, one named length and make it refer to 3.5, and the other named width and make it refer to 1.55. Something like length equals 3.5 and width equals 1.55. Easy. So anyway, that's that. Simultaneous statements. These are interesting statements. What this does is you're able to put a couple of variables on the left, or you're able to put as many variables on the left as you want, and then the equal sign, and then you're able to put what values you want to assign those variables on the right, and in the same order. Order matters. And so you can do a bunch of assignments at once, simultaneously. So in this case, this is an example. var1 gets assigned this value, whatever this expression evaluates to. var2 gets assigned this value, whatever that expression evaluates to. You can have as many as you want. And this last one here says var and equals expression. Now, what's nice is you can make you can do this exchange instruction, or you can do an exchange on one line. And exchange is something that we do a lot of. This is an exchange. We have a variable x and a variable y, and we want to exchange them. So whenever is in x goes into y, and whatever is in y goes into x. Well, to do that, you need to have a temporary variable. And so normally in all the other programming languages, you got to do it this way. You declare a temporary variable called, and you assign its value to be x, and then you can assign x to be equal to y, and then you still have to assign y to be equal to x, but x has been written over, so that's what this temporary variable is for. So here y is equal to temp. Okay, well, in Python, you can do it this way. X and y is equal to y and x, and it's simultaneous. You see the y, this y, the current y value goes into x. Meanwhile, at the same time, the current x value goes into y. And so this x value here is still the old x. So that's called simultaneous assignments. So we can do another quizzy here. First question is, variables I and j have some values. Swap them. Okay, so this is having you do it the old way. You can use two more variables called itemp and jtemp. They want us to start using a naming convention, which they talk about, but this is their naming convention. They should have named it itemp, jtemp, looking like this, but in this question, that they make it look like this. But anyway, so the answer, so what they're after is something like itemp equals I, jtemp equals j, and then you can exchange them. You can set I equal to jtemp and j equal to itemp, like that. That'll do it. That'll exchange them. Given two variables, matriculation age, and grad age, write a statement that makes the two associated value the associated value of grad age 4 more than the associated value of matric age. Okay, so it would just be grad age equals matric age plus 4. And so the grad age is 4 more than matric age. These quizzes are trying to make you giving you practice in describing what you want, and then you writing a line of code that does what the description is. Okay, so given two variables, matric age and grad age, write a statement that makes the associated value of grad age 4 more than that of matric age. So matric age plus 4 equals grad age. Let's see if this is right. Oh, I spelled grad age wrong. Oh, boy. All right, there we go. Wonderful. Okay. Anyway, I guess, did I not do the second one? It's the second one. Given two already defined variables, I and j, write a statement that swaps their values, associated values. Well, that's the swap statement. It's just that. All right. So that's this quiz. All right, named constants. So we can create constants here, and there's no separate type called a constant where once you assign it, you cannot change it. In other languages, there are. But in Python, if you actually try to change the value of a constant, of something you defined as a constant, it's going to let you do it. Okay, there's no error checking there. So, but they do have a convention. They like you to call to when you're defining a constant, you use all caps. So whatever. Okay, there's two types. There's really two variable types in Python. There's real numbers, which are like floats, and there's integers, which are like don't have decimal points. They don't have, and so and these are the operators, and so we have to make sure that we know what all these operators are. Okay, there's plus, minus, multiplication. This multiplication, this division, where you can have a decimal point. This is a division where it just keeps the quotient. Like 5 divided by 2 is really 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, right? Well, if you use this thing for divide by, you get 3.5. If you use this for divide by, you just get 3 because it doesn't have the decimal point. And this is the power of something, and this is the remainder. This last one is remainder. So 7% 2 it's not 3.5. It's not 3. What it is it's 5. It's actually just the remainder. No, it's not the 5. It's the remainder when you do regular whole number division. So 7 divided by 2 is going to be 3 with a remainder of 1. So you can watch this video note there. And it looks like we can use prefixes here to, if we want to write numbers in different bases. So 0, if you start it with 0b, it's going to be means you're writing a binary number. If you do 0o, it means you're doing a base 8 number. And if you're doing a 0x, it means you're doing a hexadecimal number. Here's how these operators work. This is the division. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. 1 / 2 is integer division. And 1 divided by 2 is just the 0 part. And this is 4 to the 1/2 power. That's the same as the square root of 4. And then this is 20 divided by 3, the remainder of 20 divided by 3. And so 20 divided by 3 is actually 18 with a remainder of 2. No, 20 divided by 3 is 6. 6 with a remainder of 2. So I'd like to pull up Python here and see if we can do that. CMD. Let's see if we have Python on this computer here. Python. Ah, we do. Excellent. CD. Let's see. CD. I wonder where the thaw space is. Well, I'm just going to do desktop. See if this works. What's dir? So let me open up some sort of edit. Notepad. Okay, Notepad++. Okay, so why don't I try to make a Python program? Print hello ITS128. So I'm going to save this, save as, onto the desktop. Hello.py. Okay, so now when I do dir, I see that there's my program there, and I can do Python hello.py. Okay, there we go. Hello. Okay, so now I can experiment around here. So let's do some of these things. Let's go into Python, pyt, and we type 4/2. Okay, 2/4. Oh, okay. 5/2. Okay, 5/2. Okay, 5% 2. Oh, okay. 8 squared, 64. Okay, great. Scientific notation using E. E is just like times 10 to the. Okay, so this is 1.23456 times 10 to the 2 power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 10 to the minus 2 power is written like this with a minus 2. So E is like times x 10 and then makes it superscript. Okay, so overflow errors, underflow errors. You should go through these and see if you got all those right. What's next? Oh, another quizzy. It's 112. Okay, what's question 1? Given the variables taxable purchases and tax-free purchases, write an expression corresponding to the total amount purchased. Well, that's just taxable purchases plus tax-free purchases. See, it's kind of dumb. I mean, it's just telling you to write an expression. Let's see what happens when we actually just type that in here. It says that's interesting. It actually just it stops at the first error. There's actually 2 errors there. Let's actually try to define them as something. Taxable purchases equals $10, and tax-free purchases equals $25. Taxable purchases plus tax-free purchases equals 35. Okay, so anyway, so that's the answer. given the variables that and that, write an expression corresponding to the total amount purchased. All right, so what's next? This is the next. Given the variables full admission price and discount amount, write an expression corresponding to the price of the discount admission. So there's going to be a full admission price, like 10 bucks. There's going to be a discount amount, like 25% or 25, and you want to write an expression so it'll display out $7.50. So you can do something like, where's my thing? Here it is. So I can do something like, let's see, full admission price equals 10 bucks. Discount amount equals discount amount. Would that be like $2 off or something? Or is it a percent? Well, let's say it's a percent, 25. No, I don't think we're doing percents yet, are we? Let's just say 2.5. And I'll say discount admission. Oh, full admission price minus discount. It's $7.50. Okay, I'm going to see if this is. I'm going to see if that's the right answer. Full admission price minus discount amount. Let's see if this is right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so if the question was not to take a percentage, it was just to take, it's $2.50 off. All right, let's do what's next here. Given the variable price per case, write an expression that corresponds to the price of a dozen cases. Oh, jeez. Price per case times 12. Okay, that's the answer. Price per case equals $15. Price per case times 12 equals $180. Given the variables cost of bus rental and max bus riders, write an expression corresponding to the cost per rider. So that's just assuming the bus is full. That's just the cost of bus rental divided by max bus riders. So like if you have, if the cost of bus rental is $100, but you've got max bus riders, but you got 10 people riding the bus, how much does it cost per rider? Cost of bus rental divided by max bus riders. $10 a person times 10 is 100. Write an expression that computes the remainder of the variable remainder. That means we're going to use the percent symbol. Principal when divided by the variable divisor. So it's like principal, it's like this. Principal equals $80, and divisor equals 10. What's 80 divided by 10? 8.0. Oh, the remainder though, the remainder. I don't think, okay, so principal percent divisor, it's going to be 0. Let's do a divisor equals 7. Now do principal percent divisor, and that equals, my screen just went out. Okay, that equals 3. Let's see if that's right. So 80 divided by 7 is going to be 70, 10, 11. It's going to be 11. Principal double divided by, no, I just do 1, divided by divisor equals 11 point something. So, so 11 times, what is 11 times 8, 11 times 7 equals 77. So, and so we asked for what, 80. So 77 divided by 11 equals 7. Well, anyway, so the remainder is 3. You can see that. All right, question 6. Write an expression that computes the average of the values 12 and 40 and assign it to a variable AVG. So that's something like AVG equals, here's, you got to use parentheses, 12 plus 40 divided by 2. So see, the thing is, okay, so the answer is 12 AVG equals, if we just write a 12 plus 40 divided by 2, and we print AVG, we just get 32, because it's going to do the 40 divided by 2 first, which is going to get 20, and then it's going to add 20 to 12, which is 32. We actually want AVG equals, first we want to add the 12 and the 40, and then we want to divide by 2. Now when we print AVG, we get 0.6. So it's 12 plus 40 is 52. This is 52. Divide that by 2 and we get 26. So that's 6. 7 is given two variables, both defined. One is named price. And the other one is an integer for the number of orders. What calculates the total price? So the total price is the total number times the price. And we have, so it's okay to multiply a float by an int. If the answer is going to be a float. So price times total number. And we can just submit that and see that that's the right answer. All right. I'm going to get through this by 1:30. Assume there is a variable h that already is assigned a positive value. Write the code necessary to assign its square to g. For example, if h is 8, g is 64. G equals h times h. is one way to do it. Or you can do G star star, or you can do G equals H star star 2, lowercase h. So, for example, H equals 8. H star H is 64. H star star 2 is also 64. Assume that price is an integer variable whose value is the price in cents. So if something, so price is, it's in cents. So it's like if it costs $5.23, price equals $5.23 because it's 523 cents. Assume that item is paid for with the minimum amount of change and just single dollars. Okay, so in other words, when you pay for this thing that's $5.23, you're going to give them $5 in dollar bills, and the rest is going to be change. So basically, what you're doing is you're taking 523, you're taking the price mod 100. Okay, so if something costs, if price equals 523, and you want to know the how much would be how much the change would be in cents, it's price mod 100 to 23. All right. The last one here is assume that a variable x has been assigned an integer value. Write an expression whose value is the last or the rightmost digit of x. Okay. Well, I'll leave this one to you. You use the mod operator. You use percent. So it's something x equals 25, and write an expression whose value is the last. Okay, so last digit equals something. What is the last digit? It's 5. 5 is the last digit. Okay, but you got to write something in here. Last digit is not 5, that's what it equals. Last digit is some sort of thing. Okay, so anyway, I will leave that for you, and let me stop sharing. Let's see. Oh, so where are we now? We're at question 11. This is 2.8.3. And so if we go back to 2.8.3, so 2.8, let's go back to where we were. We were, it's chapter 2. Okay, so we just finished this, we just finished that quiz. All right? And so next time we will start with 2.9 and try to get through some of these programming projects here. I'll probably do another video before next Wednesday. So anyway, so that concludes ITS128. This is Wednesday, September 4th. And you're welcome to join me. No one came today, but I'll be here every Wednesday at starting about 12:30 or so to do another recording. If you have any questions or you'd like to work on some of your projects here in the room, I'm in 101B. All right, thanks for watching.